speaking to the world, sometimes it does get overwhelming. But I'm here. I said yes and I came. And I know with every fiber of my being how important this message is. To get everyone to remember, you are the great I am. You are your own creator. You can change this planet. You can change who you are. You can make a difference. You can save the animals that are being slaughtered. You can give love to a stranger. We can love the homeless and the drunk just as much as we love our parents. They too are us. Without any judgment, we can give love to everyone. We can give blessings to everyone. We can live from our hearts. This is why I came. No matter how hard it gets, I will devote my life to giving this message. That we must remember our Mother Earth. We must remember that she's sacred. We must remember that we are sacred and we are our own divine creators. And that we're brothers and sisters and there is nothing dividing us. No longer can we be divided by a religion, by race, by a government. You are my brothers and sisters no matter where you live, and you are mine. And I love you. We can love each other. We are each other. So, this is why I came. And I will do my very best to honor my calling. Do you regularly meditate on how... And how do you meditate? Yes, I meditate quite often. I lie down to meditate. Actually, it works very best for me. To sit up, I notice that my energy gets blocked. If I cross my legs or my arms, my energy blocks. So, for me, lying down works the very best. And there's no one way to meditate. Whatever makes you feel the best, whatever makes you most comfortable. I lie down, and something does happen. I don't know how much to go into this. It's something that happens for the wisdom keepers in which it feels like a great expansion. It's a very black place. There's no sound, there's no light, there's no color. And yet my whole body, my whole spirit feels enormous. It expands to encompass the universe. I don't know how to explain it other than I become the universe. And in this state, I try not to think about anything. I just be the space. And then what needs to come through does come through in very specific and poignant ways. This is how I am taught. What to talk about, what to say as a wisdom keeper, what's being asked of me as a human being to speak about. So I meditate often. I must stay connected very closely to my Mother Earth and to the great everything, great Tonkashila, Father, the ancestors on the other side, my ancestors, my spirit guides. So yes, I meditate often and I say my prayers to the other side without fail every day. Questions from the chat. Please ask Keisha her advice on how do we navigate being in the world, understanding how to manifest peace and love, but keep running into others that do not know how to do that, yet as in being in the world but not of it. That's a great question. Because we all have free will and choice, we will always experience things that are wrong. Even if you are coming from the very best place, I experience it on a daily level. Even I make the mistake. Even I will be the one to say something that is not right. But this is part of being a human being, too. If we were truly expected to be perfect, we wouldn't have came here. This is an experience. We are experiencing being a human being. And every single one of us makes mistakes. Every single one of us have wounds. I have deep wounds. I'm still working on that. And knowing that every one of us has a wound, instead of judging someone that is coming from an angry place, say you're on the street and someone yells at you because you were in the crosswalk, or you honks your horn because you didn't see the green light, and they flip you off and they scream some profanities, instead of becoming angry that that person just put that out there and you went from a very high place to a negative place, instead of doing that, instead of giving that energy, understand that he too or she too is struggling. Everyone is being approached by difficulties every day. And so that person has experienced some struggles too, but it's not our place to judge them, and it's not our place to react to that either. Give them a blessing. In your own words, as they drive away, just say, I pray that your day gets better. But the moment you react to his or her ugly words, you become that energy too. So yes, there's a lot of negative out there. As soon as you turn on the television, it's negative. As soon as you can listen to other people's conversations, it's negative. But what you can say is, I choose to change the channel. It doesn't mean you have to ignore the news that's happening in the world. We should keep up on the news. We should pray for people. We should help where we can. But it doesn't mean we have to sit and give all of our energy to death and destruction, to a rape that was just announced on TV, to someone angry and spewing negative things. Even those people who are trying to fight for the peace, that's wrong too. There's no reason to fight anymore. We are simply supposed to be the change. So yes, it's very difficult to live in this world. Everyone is trying their best with the circumstances they have. And some people have not realized that by shutting off the negative and just staying in the heart, they can be a happier person. But that is their life to figure out. We can do our part. We can give them a blessing. We can speak kindly, and then we move on, instead of indulging in the negative. And we all have wounds, every one of us. We cannot judge the homeless drunk on the street, just like we cannot judge our neighbor who's a stay-at-home mom. We are each having our own experience. And who knows what that person has suffered that's on the street? Could we possibly judge him for needing a drink of alcohol? We can't. We don't know what his life has given him. We don't know what's going on in his world, but we can give him a blessing. It reminds me of something very poignant in my favorite movie, and many of you might know this movie, Fried Green Tomatoes. There is a moment when Old Smokey walks into the restaurant. He is homeless, his clothes are dirty, he's shaking because he needs whiskey, he's a drunk, and Iggy welcomes him in with a smile and sets him down to give him a meal. And his hands are shaking so bad that he's kind of making a scene in the restaurant, and he can't eat his food. Instead of kicking him out and saying you're a disgrace or you're an embarrassment, what does she do but put her arms around this man, walk him outside and tell him a beautiful story, hand him that shot of whiskey that he needs to calm himself down, tell him a story to make him smile. She didn't judge him. She put her arm around him and said something beautiful. This is my wish, that we could all do this, that we see all of our brothers and sisters as beautiful beings, no matter what circumstance they are in, whether they are the ones screaming profanities at us or they are quietly in the corner. Let us see them as our real brothers and sisters. Let us love them. Let us help them. And so, yes, there's negative in the world. We can't help that, but we can help how we react to it. If it's nonsense, just blatant rudeness, or blatant things on the radio that make us feel bad, change the channel. Say something good to switch the energy into something lovely, then change the channel. If we put garbage in our body, we are going to be weak and not at our optimum energy. But there's a technique that it can actually happen, and this has been being taught to me over the last year because it's so precise and so important. Instead of taking energy from people, the last several hundred years we are motivated by prestige. Who knows our name? Who can give us, make us feel good about ourselves? How it's all about prestige and honor, and we wanting to look good in front of others. This is a mishap, and this is something that we should have never ever done. It is none of my business what people think about me. Think about that for a moment. It is none of your business what other people think about you. So instead of taking energy from others, and the ways we do that are dominating a conversation, wanting to be the loudest in the room, arguing with others, we are trying to take energy from others. Instead of living from where we take energy from others, there is a system that's already been in place, always been in place, but we have forgotten about it. All we have to do is go outside. We literally can breathe in energy from the plants, whether it's the grass, a tree, a mountain, the snow, the water. There is enough energy outside in the living planet for every single one of us to be filled to the brim. So we must exchange and stop doing what we've been doing, where we take energy from others and we suck energy away from others to fill ourselves up. We need to go outside, breathe in the energy from the trees. Literally, breathe it in. Know that Mother Earth is keeping you alive. She gives you everything. Every bit of food, every bit of water, every breath. We cannot live without our mother. She is sacred. She is divine. Let's breathe her in. Now that we know that we can breathe energy in from outdoors, our planet, and we can give energy back, we can breathe it in and on the exhale give energy and love to the planet. Now that we remember that this is possible, not only possible, but this is what we should have been doing the whole time, now we know we can actually give energy to our food. Those of you who plant a garden, plant it with love. Pray for your plants to grow strong and healthy and full of nutrition, and that Mother Earth gives it all this fine energy. Even if you didn't grow it yourself, when you bring it home, you cook it and you sit down to eat. Remember what you're praying for. Religion taught us to pray to give thanks to Heavenly Father. What about giving thanks to your mother for the food that is on your plate? She gave it to you. Without her, we would not eat. And so we need to thank the very source of the food. Thank the food that you're about to eat. Bless it with full of vibrant energy. So whether it's a potato, a carrot, or salmon, or roast beef, be grateful for the food that's provided for you. Pray for your food to be strong and healthy. Pray for the plants that are growing in the earth. And then when you take that in, you're even getting more energy than before. So it's very important for our energy light fields. It's very important for our human body. It's very important for our spirit. How do you see new kinds of communities developing? This is all actually in the works, and it's something that I talk about on the video, I believe, the 2010 video. In the year 2010, we will see new developing communities in which people will stop crowding the city so much, and communities will start to begin. People with the same interests, people who want to go green, who want to eat healthy, who want to have a garden. Communities will start sprouting up, and you can look around wherever you live for other people that are the same mind and heart as you, where one of you can have a large garden, or the community can have a large garden, in which everyone helps take care of this garden and everyone benefits from this natural, beautiful, organic garden. Someone can have a milk cow, and then you divide that fresh milk amongst the people. There are communities sprouting all over, in effect, for here in Santa Fe, I know for a fact there are these communities in which you put so much work into the garden and you get so many vegetables. Someone